Good evening, everyone. It's Friday night, so let's do a flight. Everyone looking forward to the weekend. It's been a homeschool day for me, and I've been looking forward to 8 o'clock for about the last 13 hours since the day started. Right. Okay, so MFS Pilot, good evening. Homero Simpson, love the name. Hello from Chile, thank you for joining us. And Alexander, hello from San Diego, California. Our flight's going to look very dark compared to where you are. And probably chillier than where you are. So, I've just popped in the flight plan, and we've got the METAR there as well. 2808 knots, visibility is good, few clouds, 1,400 feet, nothing really to trouble us on this departure. So that's all looking well. Just checking a couple of other things. So anti-ice will need to be on for our departure, and so okay, I just done some calculations for our takeoff, so I'll get with the program in a minute, I promise. Just let you guys settle in, start taking your seats. Okay, so VATSIM air traffic control, nothing when we take off, but almost instantly then we'll have to contact Madrid radar. So we do have some control, air traffic control tonight to deal with, which is nice, adds to the realism. Alright, let's get inside our flight deck. And it's dark, of course it's dark. Let's turn the dome lights on and then power up. Let's get some external power. Ground services. Tune Faro ground. Let's.
Faro ground,
there we go.
Golf. Echo Zulu Golf Sierra. Could you please send a ground power unit?
Monica, thank you for joining us. Great to see you. Hope you've had a good day. Looking forward to a good weekend. That's the APU on the road. Alright, let's connect that external ground power. And do I have a jetway? I do have a jetway. A couple of guys flying with us tonight as usual, so great to see them. Turn on the fly pad as well. The fly pad. We're going to get this connected while we're on the ground tonight, guys. See if this works, unlike yesterday when I forgot. Where's that telling me we are? Rio de Janeiro. I don't think we are. But according to the map, it is raining there. Good evening, Nick. Good evening, Digital Flight Jack. Right, so there's 3 of you fly with me tonight. Nick, I have uploaded the model matching. Let's have a look. It's probably too dark to see. What have we got? Can we see anything? Is anyone flying in jet2.com? I've got a jet 2 there. And then I've got what looks like, it still looks like 3 standard A320 Neos in the Airbus delivery. But yeah, there is a jet 2 next to me, so I don't know who's flying the jet 2 aircraft. Oh well, still nice to see something a little bit different. MFS Pilot, are you on VATSIM or are you not? I can only see aircraft that are on VATSIM. Ferran, way too far from Faro. Fair enough. Okay, let's get back in the flight deck and start going through our cockpit preparation setup then, shall we? Let's also have a look at bringing in the passengers. That was my cabin crew just leaving. I don't know if you heard that. So let's get this jetway connected. There we go. Bringing in the jetway. Alexander, you like to turn up all the screen brightnesses and integral lighting before powering up the aircraft, so when I press the external power it becomes like a Christmas tree. Well, I do turn the dome lights on, but going through all the screens is part of your cockpit preparation, so we tend to try and do those in order. Alright, passengers, let's start getting you on board. Let's have a look. Start the flight. Okay.
Cabin crew, we're happy to get going now, so as soon as you're ready, come on the door. problem.
Ah, start getting the passengers on board. And let's get the white lights all extinguished. Set the overhead panel. Testing engine 1. Testing engine 2. And the APU. Ferran, no, I don't believe it is. I can click on it in a little bit if you want and we'll have a look, but I don't believe that is all set up. Okay, we'll get the APU going as well in a moment. 1, 2, 3, and there's the APU. Okay, let's come down to our center panel. Turn up the brightness for the standby. Clock, anti-skid, all looks good. Let's check the pedestal. Audio control panel, so we want to set this to 122.8. Actually, to be fair, this is the audio control panel down here, which is all set. But whilst I'm here, I'm going to set up the frequencies that we're going to need. And we're going to have to contact Madrid pretty close to our departure, so that's 13375. We'll get that in. 133.75. Don't need that just yet, but we'll need that soon. Cockpit door is currently open, that's fine. Switching panel is normal. Always make sure, of course, our thrust levers, engine masters, mode selectors, parking brake, etc. is all on, so that's good. No, we've no hot brakes tonight. No hot brakes, so that's quite nice. The aircraft must have been sat here for a while, cooling down. Barrow reference, so let's get the glare shield all set up. 1002 is the current QNH. Let's get the flight directors turned on. We'll turn the lights up on these as well. Standard for nighttime departure. Turn this up as well, because once we get ready for takeoff, we're going to turn off the dome lights. And 6,000 feet will be our climb out altitude. So that's all fine. Now let's set up the brightness of these panels. They don't want to be too bright at night, I've found, actually. You want them really bright in the daytime, when the sun's shining down on them. But at night, not too much. There's the cargo door opening up, so that's our cargo being loaded. Wonderful. Where are we? Okay, IRS alignment in 5 minutes. So let's come and have a look at our McDo. Let's pull in the SimBrief flight plan and check this out. So let's pull that in. Faro to Bilbao, 1 hour 40 minutes flight time. Perfect. I've already given you guys the operational flight plan, I believe, so let's go through and check all the weights are correct for that. Performance, weight and balance. Block fuel 5169. Block fuel 5169. That's good. Let's get that loaded. There we are. And let's check our payload for tonight. 161 passengers, a payload of 16744. That all matches. Let's get that loaded. Zero fuel weight to 57.7. Again, perfectly. Alexander, we do have the pushback helper. How do you think I opened the cargo doors? And called the jetway without talking to air traffic control. So yeah, great little app. That add-on, mod, app, whatever you want to call them. Okay, let's check our aircraft status. We're still using an out-of-date nav database, but that can't be helped. Hopefully that should come with the update next week. When is it? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Any of those days. I believe that's what they're telling us at the moment. Alright, Init A. Let's start pulling in some information. So, Init request. Let's pop in the alternate then. The alternate is Toulouse. Lima, Fox, Bravo. Speedbird 464, Easy 34 Alpha Mike at Bilbao, can hear you 5. Easy. 34 Alpha Mike. Oops. Let's get the alternate put in. There we go. And EZY34 Alpha Mike is our call sign. There we go. Cost index of 20. That's not been set up right in SimBrief, but we'll leave that for now because that's what the flight plan has given us. The tropopause isn't quite right, so we'll edit that to 29818. 29818. And pop that in. Iris alignment. Hopefully the fly pad will pick us up this time when I bring that in a moment. Cruise flight level 360, temperature of minus 50 or 51 as it's shown here. That's fine, happy to leave that. Let's have a look. The IDIs are still aligning at the moment, so that's fine. So we'll check the IDI's position in a moment. Flight plan, let's come down to the flight plan then. So we're departing Faro on runway 28, and it is the Avuru 9 Victor departure route. Get that inserted. Now, we haven't got any ATIS, I don't believe, at Bilbao. We can double check this. So I don't know what runway they're using, just because I believe the winds are quite light and variable. Earlier tonight, I think it was runway 28. So that's what we're going to set up. We will just do a quick ATIS check and see if we have got any ATIS coming through from Bilbao. So we'll send that off. But otherwise, we're going to go back to our flight plan here. And we're going to plan an arrival for runway... is it runway 2? Is it runway 28? No, that's not right. We're not using runway 28 at all. That's a complete lie. It's runway 12 we'll be using. Runway 12. I did have a look at this earlier. So ILS 12 Zulu. That's what we're after. ILS 12 Zulu. And it is the Domingo 2 X-ray, I believe. There we go. And that is via it is not via Aspers. Is it BLV? No, it's it via Sanby. Are they the only options, or is it via Soman? Via Soman, that's the one. Via Soman. Let's get that inserted. Again, guys, I'm finding that information off the charts, so that could change again depending on winds, but they are light and variable at the moment. So if that's wrong, we'll find out during the cruise from Madrid radar, and we can reprogram that, so that's no issue. Let's just do our gross check. Distance 499. Distance there's over 100 miles difference between that and my flight plan.
Hotel,
Oops. Did he just stand on the dog? Anyway, MFS pilot, we shouldn't have a departure veer, no. Not on the Avuru 9 Victor departure. Right, GPS primary is now loaded. So, let's go through and check this looks as I should do. So, straight out departure with a right hand turn. And then we should come in... oh, that looks a little interesting. That essentially looks like what it should be. I'm not sure what is quite going on before that. That'll be one of those moments where we just press the direct button, won't it? I believe DGO, Delta Golf Oscar, might be in there twice, which is why that's happening.
Gen X 36 Romeo Hotel, Pushback.
Which it is. I swear there's a dog on board that aircraft. That shouldn't be in the cabin. Get out. Can we delete that? I bet we can't, you know. Insert. Has that tidied that flight plan up anymore? Let's have a quick look. No, it's not. Okay, well, we know what to do with that. We just go direct, so that's absolutely fine when we get there. And of course, that could all change anyway, depending on what air traffic control tells us. All right, back to setting this up. In fact, you know what I will do just before I go along with that. Have we got Easyjetsimpilot in there? No, we have not. Let me just get that in. Easyjetsimpilot, and copy that, pop that in here. There we go. Get that entered. And can we bring information in from SimBrief? There we are. Link them at do. And Janix36 apologising for the barking dog. Is he flying an Airbus? At least we can see him, so that's good. Yeah, so there we've got the Bilbao weather. If you can see that, wind's variable at 2 knots, so we may have to reconfigure the approach depending on what they give us. Alright, so let's carry on. So flight plan is now imported. RadNav page will pop in the VOR here at Faro, which is Victor Foxtrot Alpha. Victor Foxtrot Alpha. Pop that in. There we go, that's populated nicely. And onto our init B page. Okay, so our zero fuel weight and zero fuel weight center of gravity is 57.7, and just a standard zero fuel weight center of gravity of 30 will do. Slight tailwind today of 17 knots, so I'll get there a little bit quicker. Hit the fuel planning button, see what it comes up with. It's saying 5.5. We're taking 5.1. I'm wondering if the fly-by-wire guys have tweaked this fuel burn, just because for the last couple of flights it has told me that I've not actually planned enough. So I'd planned 5.1 tons, that's telling me 5.5. So tell you what, let's stick with SimBrief and see what happens. So I'm going to go for actually 5.0 because the APU is draining fuel. Takeoff weight 62.7, takeoff weight 627, that's accurate. And our alternate is 1.5 to take 47 minutes, so we can just change that to 1.5, add that in there. There we go. And fuel prediction then. Estimated fuel on board then when we arrived 1.8 tons, so that's well within our limits. A little bit low, but not dangerous. Okay, there's the fuel prediction all sorted. Now let's have a look at our takeoff performance page. So transition altitude here is 4,000 feet. That's quite important for this particular departure. It'll be flaps 1 and a flex temp takeoff of 64. There we go. Now it's a noise abatement procedure 1 here, so thrust reduction is 1020. However, our acceleration wants to be 3020. So slightly different to the norm here. With that, let's calculate the V speed. So V2 is 134, VR 130, and V1 129. Set 003. Hello from Faro. Are you actually in Faro at the moment? Oh, fantastic. Let's hope we do the departure justice for you. Alright, lovely. So that's all looking good. Alright, let's do our departure briefing while the rest of our passengers are boarding. What have we got? So, the departure briefing, as you can see just from the plan page here on the navigation display, is a pretty straightforward departure. It's runway heading and then a right hand turn and initial stop altitude of 6,000 feet. Noise abatement 1 departure. 6,000 feet is important as the transition altitude is 4,000 feet, so on thrust reduction we need to set altimeter to standard. We're currently 1002. Minimum safe altitude is 3,500 feet, and transition altitude, as I've just said, is 4,000 feet, with a climb altitude originally of 6,000 feet. Things to note: so the weather's absolutely fine here tonight. That's pretty decent. Fernan, I'll go through those if you want once we're in flight. I'll sort those out and we'll go through them. D7 Media, how is that possible? I know, they're geniuses, aren't they? So the weather's great, the aircraft's fine, no NOTAMs to boot. Threats. Okay, so threats on the departure is obviously the acceleration altitude is slightly lower, noise abatement 1, so it's going to be a slower departure than what we're used to. We do have a little bit of terrain to the north, so if anything was to go wrong on departure, we would then look, instead of making the right hand turn, we would turn left to hold and troubleshoot to the south of the field, which is basically where the Mediterranean is. Of course, unless there's a fire, we turn around and just get down as soon as practically possible. But if we just double check the landing, the current aircraft weight 62.8, we're well within landing limits, so we'll be able to come back and land here. We've got decent weather. Alright, so get our departure clearance, or we would do if that were possible, but we can't at the moment. Alright, so before takeoff checklist to the line, cockpit preparation is complete, signs are on and auto. The ideas are aligned, fuel quantity is set and balanced. Flight management guidance system is all set, altimeter 1002 set and cross-check. Alright, so we'll look now to obtain our pushback clearance. How far are we off getting all these passengers loaded? Oh, excellent. So, we shall welcome our passengers on board.
Hi, yeah, we're just about set up here, so if you close the door, we'll have everyone on board. Thank you.
Okay, great, we're almost done. We'll let you know as soon as everyone's on board. It shouldn't take much longer.
So are they going to fight with the doors, or what are they going to do to us today? Our self-loading cargo going to work?
All passengers are on board and doors have been closed.
You're telling me the doors have been closed, but I can still hear you fighting with them. Let's have a look down here at the lower ECAM, see what's happening. I can see you fighting. I can also see a cargo door fighting to be closed as well. Oh, there we go. Are we fixed? Wonderful. I think you might be done. Am I going to have to get up and go outside and have a look? Because I can hear noises. It's too dark for me to see. Oh no, we're done.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck. My name is Gavin, and I'll be your pilot flying you today. We're currently on schedule for departure, so not expecting any further delays, and we'll be looking to push back very shortly. The weather today is looking calm, so we should be able to give you a nice, smooth, relaxing flight. The cabin crew will be delivering their safety briefing very shortly, so please give them your full attention. Once we're airborne, we'll turn the seatbelt signs off and release the cabin, but for now, please get yourselves comfortable with seatbelts securely fastened. Thank you for choosing EasyJet today, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Can we get those doors armed and cross-checked, please? Digital flight deck, if you want to start getting a move on. Oh, hang on.
Cabin crew, we're about ready for pushback, so
I think they've finally sorted those doors. Bilbao traffic Easy34 Alpha Mike pushing back with the tail to the east for taxi to departure. Correction, tail to the west, and taxi for runway 28 departure. Right. So the pushback clearance rotating beacon light is on. Nose wheel steering is disconnected. Transponder set auto. Thrust levers idle. Parking brake is still on. And before start checklist below the line, windows and doors closed and armed. Rotating beacon light is on. Mobile phone off. Parking brake on. And we're ready to get going. So release the parking brake and start reversing. As I said last night when we landed here, I just wish there were more lights at the default airports because it is very, very dark. Okay, here we have to start engine 2 first, and that is just because of this building over here to the left, I think. Let's have a quick look outside then.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the crew, I ask that you please direct your attention to the monitors as we review the emergency.
So we've got the Chanix aircraft in front of us, Jet 2, who we can just see.
To locate the one closest to you and note that it may be behind you. Count the number of rows to the exit. Should the cabin experience pressure loss, stay calm and listen for instructions from the cabin crew. Oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose like this, and pull the strap to tighten it. If you are
Extreme
traveling with
Aviation,
children,
good
make sure
evening.
to
Hope
put
you've had a
your
happy
mask on
Friday.
first before helping others.
The Rapper,
In the event of an
good to
emergency
see you
landing
again, my
or
friend.
evacuation,
Thank you for
leave
joining
your
us.
carry-on luggage and items behind. Life rafts are located below your seats and emergency lighting in the floors will lead you to the closest exit. We ask that you make sure that all carry-on luggage is stowed away safely during the flight. While we wait for takeoff, please take a moment to review the safety procedures on the card in the pocket in front of you. Thank you for your attention and we hope you enjoy
Those
the flight.
taxi lights don't look like they're going any sort of straight line, do they? A few drinks and that pathway would be fantastic.
Sorry to cause any delays. Chanix 36 for Romeo Hotel.
Definitely no delays here, we're not ready to move yet. Okay, parking brake set.
Yeah, are you going to be taxiing? Oh, there you go.
Okay, start engine 1. Whilst we're waiting for engine 1 to start, let's just check our centre of gravity 299. That's fine. So, set the flight controls in a moment. So I can just see the Chanix in front of us blending into all those blue lines.
Skyways 5556 pushing back, tail to the east.
Faro traffic, speedbird 1495, push back and start, tail facing the east.
Correct me if I'm going wrong, guys, but shouldn't your tail be facing west? I hope so, otherwise you're going to be looking straight at me in a moment. Just as engine 1 stabilised, engine 2 is of course already stabilised. So engine mode select, norm, APU bleed can come off, anti-ice is also coming on as well, and we can turn off the APU master now. Ground spoilers set, rudder trim 0, flaps 1, pitch trim down 0.2. So the tug's clear to disconnect. Off he goes. I think. There we go. Off he goes. And before after start checklist, anti-ice on, ecam status checked, pitch trim down 0.2 and rudder trim 0. Okay. Easy 3-4 Alpha Mike at Faro on the ground. We'll hold position here for traffic pushing back.
Yeah, easy 3-4 Alpha Mike. You can go down Bravo to Papa, and that'll take you clear of us.
Oh, you want me to go first? I was hoping you guys would do the departure briefing. Okay. After that, we'll go via Papa and get out of here before you. Easy 3-4 Alpha Mike. Okay, so pushback's clear. Got the taxi clearance. Get the taxi light on. Remove the parking brake. And
Is there an event at the chosen airport you've all chose?
dear God, I hope not.
Negative, it's just a group of us flying together.
Ah, nice. John X36 Romeo Hotel, taken off runway 28 at Faro.
So,
But do check out the Easyjetsimpilot, or Easyjetsimpilot YouTube channel, and you'll see the flight there.
digital flight day, there's nothing like a
Okay.
bit of promotion. Okay, so let's pop onto taxiway Papa, just down here. Here's taxiway Papa just in the moment. Manchester to Islamabad, that sounds like a great flight, the Rapper. Might be a tad too long for our long haul Monday flights. There better not be an event at Bilbao, Jesus. Can you imagine the holes that we'd have to do? Okay, so quick brake check. That's fine. Whilst taxiing straight down there, we can get our weather radars, wind shear all on. Ding that cabin crew. Auto brake max. TO config. And we'll pop that terrain on the radar for our departure. So, quick departure rebrief
Traffic
again.
Skyways 5556 taxiing Bravo Papa to runway 28.
Just checking where we're going here.
Faro traffic, Spirit 464, pushback and start.
No change to the performance. Engine out procedure. Remember, we will turn left instead of right. Departure clearance looks good and matches everything that we've got in the flight computer. Stop altitude is correct at 6,000 feet. We need to still check our flight controls as well in a minute, so we'll do that. Wow, it's dark here.
Aero traffic, speedbird 1495, taxiing by Delta Papa, holding short runway 28.
Okay, before takeoff checklist, flight controls, full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral. Briefing confirmed, flap setting config 1, and FMA data 129 blue, 134 magenta, climb nav blue, flex temp takeoff 64 degrees. transponder is set ecam memo no blue. If we carry on, check the brake temperatures after last night. Oh, they're looking much better than last night's flight, aren't they? Brake fans off. We'll get our line up clearance in a moment. So that Chanix is now gone. Haven't heard anything on the radio. Can't see anything out the windows for any traffic that is coming. So let's go ahead now, get the lights on. Runway turn off lights, strobe lights. Packs can come off. Anti-ice remains on. And transponder on, TCAS TARA, tilt above. Cabin secured for takeoff, engine mode selector, norm, TCAS TARA, packs off, anti-ice on. Easy 34 Alpha Mike Faro traffic, lining up runway 28 for departure to the north. Okay, let's roll. And remember, we're on noise abatement procedure 1 rather than 2, so just remember that there will be a slight difference as we from the norm, and that the acceleration altitude is 3,000 feet above ground rather than 1,000 feet. Magnus, did I dim the cabin? No, but I am going to dim the flight deck for the departure. And where are we? There we go. Final checks, all happy. Start the chrono. 50% N1. And set flex temp. Man flex. SRS. Runway. 80 knots. 100 knots.
100 knots.
V1 and rotate.
Pro traffic, Skyways 5556, taking position, runway 28 and holding.
There's that terrain that we spoke about now on the terrain radar. Leave a climb, lower the nose, and set climb thrust.
Ferro traffic, speedway 461 taxis, runway 28 via Delta and Papa.
Having a bit of trouble with these thrust levers. Where are we? It seems to be jumping detents. There we are. Climb thrust. Let's get those packs back on. Just want to get a little bit higher before we reach the acceleration altitude. Maintaining that steady speed, and we've got that right bank in a moment. Acceleration altitude is about 3,100 feet. So that's coming up in a moment. There we go. There's climb thrust.
Feral traffic, Skyways 5556, departing runway 28 to the west.
And we can now start to make that right bank. Flight directors will update in a moment. The flight directors are always behind in flight sim at the moment. As long as we know what we're doing, we can turn them off if we need to.
traffic,
But
speedbird
leave them on for now because they should
1495,
update.
landing runway 28.
Okay, so now flap 0, set standard pressure. Spoilers disarmed. And accelerating away now to 250 knots. Yo, I know you do that just to prevent the surge. The only difference is doing it as a single pilot here in Flight Sim. You haven't got that luxury of just being able to quickly look up, click the button. So just for this, it's done instantly. Maybe if I'd got VR it might be a little bit different. Okay, with no air traffic control online, so we can continue the climb to flight level 360.
Clear road traffic, speedbird 1495, takeoff runway 28 to the left.
And we can now engage autopilot 1.
Speedbird 464 lining up onto the company.
So Ayo, tell me, you're not HD using an anonymous identity, are you? You're coming out with stuff there that is
Ladies and gentlemen,
either
now use your
a very skilled simulator or you're a real life pilot, particularly knowing the
available for your smartphones and tablets at an
knowing the noise abatement
expensive
procedures.
sticker cost. Please ask your cabin crew for more information.
Okay, coming up on 10,000 feet, so we shall get those lights off. We'll also ding the cabin as well in a minute. Okay, so let's release the cabin crew. They can crack on with whatever it is they need to be doing. So whilst we continue to climb away, I'll just check. Optimum climb 390. We're not going as high as that today. Flight level 360. Ooh, that looks pretty. Oh, hey, yo, you're like royalty on this channel then, my friend. We love having Easyjet pilots with us. And unfortunately, you sound like most of the Easyjet pilots I know. Haven't flown for 9 months. Paul Newman, the flight is about 1 hour 15 minutes in total. Looks like all air traffic control has actually gone offline as well on VATSIM, so that's a shame. That means we're vectoring ourselves in. Fair enough, yeah, that's not a bad idea actually, the noise abatement procedures. The difference is them is usually pretty straightforward. So the one used normally over Europe is the noise abatement procedure 2, which is essentially, and again it depends on individual airline SOPs, but it's 1,000 feet above the aerodrome level, for EasyJet anyway, that both the climb thrust and acceleration, so thrust reduction and acceleration, is the same, 1,000 feet. If it's noise abatement procedure 1, then instead it's thrust reduction still at 1,000 feet above the aerodrome level, but then the acceleration doesn't kick in until 3,000 feet above the aerodrome level. Which is why we set those a little bit differently. Normally the simulator gets it right, but just occasionally you depart somewhere where different procedures are required. Okay, well we can't review our secondary flight plan at the moment because I still don't think that works. Nope, sadly not. Tom Bree, I will use the printer. I'll get the latest weathers. Once we get to cruise altitude, at the moment we're just concentrating on flying the aircraft and making sure it's doing everything that we expect it to do, which is even more so important in flight sim 2020. It's probably more likely to go wrong here than it is in the real aircraft. Yo, if you wish, my friend, either do join the Discord server and make yourself known to me. It'd be great to have a chat with you. And for anyone else, of course, that wants to do the same, the link to the Discord server is about to be shown. There we go. Nightbot will do that in a moment. But yeah, Ayo, be great to have a chat. Do you have a simulator as well, Ayo, just to try and keep yourself up to date? Or not so much up to date, but just keeping things running. Let's get the cabin released, shall we? We've already released the cabin crew, but passengers might want to start going to the toilet. Cloud Chaser, good evening.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hey yo, that'd be great. I look forward to speaking with you.
Please note that we do recommend you fasten your seat belts at all times when you are seated in case of turbulence.
Happy Friday, Cloud Chaser. Quite right too. Quite right. Right, so when we get to our cruise and we've checked everything that we need to check, I'm going to get some en route weather, and then, in particular, I want to see what the weather is doing at Bilbao, just because there's no air traffic control there, as far as I'm aware. I'll double check that now. I don't think there's any air traffic control there. No, it's all offline. I want to see which weathers we're going to be looking at using. Which runway we're going to be using, because it's still showing us variable here. My little blue plane has disappeared off the map again, so something's not quite working again there. Yeah, still variable 2 knots. Oliver, are you the Jet 2 guy with the dog? If so, great. Paul, it's Saturday where you are. Saturday night. Well, Saturday morning, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, Cloud Chaser, the new livery looks fantastic, don't you think? It's dark. I can't show it you. Maybe there'll be some lights in Bilbao, we'll be able to see it. No, don't be sorry, Oliver. It made us laugh. We thought it was your PTU kicking in a little more aggressively than normal. We've got a company message. Who's messaging us? Or is that me? Oh, that might be me. I think I requested the ATIS, but I don't think it's online, is it? No, ATIS isn't available. Oliver, every time you spoke, the puppy wanted to speak. It did sound like a pup, bless him. I hope your dog's better behaved than mine and doesn't lock me in the garage. Let's turn down the brightness on that weather radar, shall we? We don't need to see all that. Turn down the standby as well. That's fine. The rapper, so you've seen a video about the VOR. Yeah, I will at some point do a VOR DME landing tutorial and how we track those. I mean, that is a great example of when we would use the track FPA. And again, if anyone saw the landing in Funchal the other night, well, the landing wasn't spectacular, but the way it was done in track FPA mode. Just to make sure you get that track absolutely right. So, passing flight level 300. And the ARC DME approach. Do you know what? Actually, I've done... Where was it? Where were we coming into? I think it was when we went to the Maldives, you know, on Monday. The aircraft flew the ARC DME, 12-mile ARC DME, almost flawlessly. It was perfect. and that was great. Okay, I think we're well above clouds, so let's get rid of that anti-ice. Don't require that anymore. Flight level 310. Paul, this is an ILS. But we do need to make a decision, those of us that are flying, to Bilbao this evening, which runway we're using. Is banter allowed between pilots when taxiing over the radio? In the real world, no. I don't even think it's allowed on Unicom. Isn't there a chat channel on Unicom? Is it something like 123.45? I may have made that up, so for God's sakes, don't try it. Magnus, first part of Echo Sierra Bravo Bravo. That's very nice, but we're going to Lima Echo Bravo Bravo. A couple of characters out. Could we do runway 30? It's more direct. Oh, let me get the charts. Oh, Dark Fury, I know why you want the direct approach. You don't like turning, do you? Are you still using a keyboard? Oh, hang on then. Let's have a look. If winds are variable, we can look at that. Either way, you have got quite a lot of terrain to navigate. So, runway 30 might not be in your favour, to be honest with you. Ah, there's the Chanex wishing us good flight. Same to you. Just checking, still no air traffic control online or ATIS, so that's fine. Yeah, digital flight deck, I think that's what I'd read as well. It's between Tuesday and Thursday. Whichever day it is, we will of course try and get a flight in that evening, straight after the update, just to see what they've broken. And that's always a fun flight. Flying around, suddenly nothing's working anymore. So for some reason on here I'm showing wind 180 at 2 knots. Which is neither here nor there really. Okay, we're approaching the cruise. I'm wondering if those pyramids will now disappear after this update. I think that's what they've promised, isn't it?
Ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit, once again, just let you know we've reached our cruise level for the flight today. The cabin crew will be making their way around, serving drinks, hot coffee, teas, etc. So please leave any aisles clear or items. We might just sit back and enjoy the rest of the flight. Thank you.
Alright, so now we're at our cruise altitude. Let's check a couple of things. Let's go through the ECAM memos. Nothing to report there. Good systems and all. Okay, engines. All looks fine. Bleed air is good. Pressure, landing elevation auto minus 2,000 feet. Yeah, we know that's wrong. Electrics, of course, doesn't work. This is telling me the APU is on. And batteries 1 and 2 are off. Hydraulics still not working. Fuel is fine. APU is most definitely off. 23 degrees in the cabin. Wheel temperatures all good. Okay, So that's fine as well.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Right.
we are about to serve our dinner menu. Please make sure your tray table is in the down position and clear any items from the aisle. If you would like to upgrade your meal to the premium package, please pay the cabin crew using stickers or super chats to help support the channel. Thank you.
Okay, so whilst I'm just waiting for that those weathers to come through, let's just let's do our OFP times and fuel check. So, what are we? About 18 minutes into the flight. Direct Porter, and we should be there in about 6 minutes, about 5 minutes. So we're actually going to be slightly ahead of schedule. Minimum fuel remaining at this point should be about 3.5 tons. We're well above that, so that's all looking good as well. So we're on time and we've got more than the required fuel. We knew we would have more than the required fuel just because the aircraft doesn't burn the correct fuel load in its climb still. We'll check our fuel prediction. Estimated fuel on board at the moment, they're suggesting 1.5 tons when we get to Bilbao. That will probably increase slightly by the time the flight is out. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the weathers, see if that message has now come through. So that is showing wind variable 2 knots, 9,000 feet, broken 800 feet. Sorry, 9 kilometers visibility, broken 800 feet. So quite happy with the Cat 1 weather there. So that's all fine. Right, in terms of which approach we should use, do you know what I am going to do? Let's have a look. Tell you which one we'll use in a moment. If in doubt for stuff like this, what I tend to do when you've no air traffic control online, the winds are light and variable, what I tend to have a look at is, oh hang on, let's just quickly nip to flight radar. Alright, so the real world Bilbao is using runway 30. Dark Fury, you get your wish. Okay, runway 30. So I do need to change my my plan. That's fine. We've got plenty of time to do that. So we just bring up Navigraph and have a look at this. So arrival for runway 30 is going to be the looks like the DGO1 Quebec arrival, I believe. So let's have a look at bringing those charts up, see what they look like. I can't find the chart. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so it's still from Domingo, the Domingo VOR. Yeah, Domingo 1 Quebec arrival. And that brings us in for runway 30. So I'll do an approach briefing in a moment once I've got all this sorted. So it'll be an ILS Zulu 30 approach. Okay, now all I've got to do is make the flight planning here look something like it does on the charts, which is not always easy, sadly. Right, so it's now actually going to be an ILS 30 approach via Domingo 1 Quebec. Is it 1 Quebec or 1 Lima? They're very, very similar looking at the charts. Actually, we'll do 1 Lima. We'll do 1 Lima instead. So 1 Lima, and that is going to be via... Oh, that's great, when you've got a waypoint called Karma. That is correct. Let's get that inserted and see what that looks like. Why is self-loading cargo passengers screaming? There's absolutely nothing wrong. Although we did seem to lose a little bit of airspeed just there. We could have hit clear air turbulence. Didn't see anything predicted within the shear rate, but who knows? They're still 84% satisfied. That's fine. I'll take that. Right, let's have a look what this new approach looks like, shall we? So let's see if flight management guidance computer looks anything like I expect it to. Oh, good lord, what are we doing here? We must have got some sort of wind shear there that's quickly just put us into overspeed. Very strange. Very strange indeed. Okay. We'll go back into manage mode, see what happens. That was very weird. Paul, yeah, that will be coming out. That's pretty much all ready to go now, so keep a lookout for that. Right. What was I doing? Yeah, so there must have been some clear air turbulence there. We hit a jolt, bit of overspeed. There was no massive information. I'll have a look again in a moment on the flight plan, see what the shear rate was. Oh, right, that's actually done that approach quite neatly. Looking at that, it's still left the green lines on from the old approach. We just need to be aware, actually, looking at this. So, from Diego, we then go direct to Seagam, which is fine. Just check Diego. Is Diego in there twice still? No, it's not. But for some reason, have a look here on the flight plan. For some reason, you've got the airport just there. Now, I don't think I can clear it. So, can I clear LEBB out of that? No, I can't. So, I'm not going to mess it up anymore. Basically, guys, then, if you've got a mess like me, you just go straight after passing Zulu Mike Romeo, just click direct and go to Diego, after which point everything will be fine. Famous last words. Unless we overspeed and rip the aircraft apart before then. But that's fine. That's all fine. I'm going to just have a quick look at that. So, where were we when that happened? Just having a look where the shear rate was. So max shear rate was at November Echo Alpha. And no, we're not near there, I don't think. Oh, how very, very strange. Oh well, never mind. All is looking good again now. Okay, so what are we? 27 minutes into the flight. We'll be on the ground in about 45 minutes-ish. So let's start looking at our approach briefing then. So the approach starts at VOR Domingo, and it is the Domingo 1 Lima arrival, which is Delta Golf Oscar 1 Lima. When we get to waypoint Seagam, we want to be at flight level 100. Then we want to start descending to flight level 70 by Lecto. Following that, down to 6,000 feet by Paki. I have to be careful pronouncing that one. Is that 6,000 feet, did I say? Yeah, 60. And that is the initial approach fix. And then we are at... Oh, sorry, scrap that. That's a lie. It's 6,000 feet by Karma. Paki is a different approach. So it is Karma. 6,000 feet by Karma. And then Karma is the initial approach. And we want to start. We want to be then descending at down to 4,400 feet. Now let me just check how many of these waypoints are actually in here. So, we do have Karma, we do have Sara, and those restrictions, if you have to look there, so at Karma, don't know why Karma's registered at flight level 360, but at Karma we do at Sara we do have flight level 490, which is correct, and that's it after that. So Sara is 490. A lot of altitude restrictions on this one. Okay. MSFS pilot, have you been munching chocolate orange and missed it? Okay, so you're wanting runway 28 Zulu approach. Did I say runway? That's complete rubbish, ignore me. It's runway 30 approach. It's the runway 30 approach. And ILS Zulu. And it's the Domingo, 1 Lima arrival. There's a lot of terrain above this approach, so we need to be careful that we don't bust any of those altitude restrictions. We don't want to end up a stain on the hillside. Yo, did I say flight level 490? Yeah, did I not tell you we're parachuting out? Altitude 490. Alright, our transition altitude is 6,000 feet. A minimum descent altitude where we are coming in is 7,000 feet, so obviously that's quite high. So again, the reason why we don't want to mess around with those altitude restrictions that are in place. And our MDA for this, it is a Cat 1 approach. Weather is good. Minimum descent is 438. We'll get the weather and pop that all in the box soon. And then I'll have a look at the missed approach. So the missed approach is climb to 2 miles DME from the Bilbao VOR, then a right turn and direct back to Sara to 6,000 feet to try again, but hopefully we won't need to do that. Alright, so all that looks good. Now what we need to do is quickly calculate our top of descent, because as you know, VNAV doesn't yet work in the simulator, so we have to do that all on our own. Where are we? Flight level 360, and we want to be at flight level 100 by Seagam. So we can start our descent about 90 miles from Seagam. 90 miles from Seagan. Is it possible yet to implement the missed approach track? Ferran, no, it's not. Not yet. I guess that's something else that will be coming. Right, let's just look at this RadNav page. A couple of VORs that we need to pop in there. The Bilbao, which is Bravo Lima Victor. There we go. And just check our ILS frequency is correct. 110.3, 110.3. Perfect. Okay, so hopefully that has given everyone an idea of what we're going to do. I'll just bring that approach up again now and go through that with you all on the navigation display so you can see that a little bit more. So here's the plan. We like to be briefed. So at the moment, after we have passed this waypoint here, Zulu Mike Romeo, there's a problem in the flight plan. We can't change it. It's a flight simulator issue, which is taking us direct to the airport. We don't want that. We're going to go direct to Domingo here. So to do that, we'll do direct as soon as we get there. So ignore all that we've got up here. Alright, so then we'll be going direct to Domingo from there. So basically it's the altitude I want to lose, divided by 1,000, multiplied by 3, and then just adding 10 miles to slow the aircraft down. And it's a general rule of thumb. It works. You've got to take winds into consideration, and you can adjust your profile as you get a little bit closer, but it puts us in good stead until VNAV's working correctly. Alright, so once we leave Domingo, which is the start of our approach, we then come up to Seagan. Now it's Seagan just here that we want to be at 10,000 feet. Do you know what? These aren't actually on here, but I think, can we enter them? Ah. Can we pop these in? Altitude constraint, 1,000 feet. Excellent. Alright, let's come back. So at Seagan we want to be at 10,000 feet. At Lecto we want to be at 7,000 feet. Oh, clear that. I don't know if we can actually enter the constraints here during the star. Will it let us? Oh, it has done. At Karma, I love that. Karma we want to be at 6,000 feet. Oh, hang on. Clear that. Ah, this is where it starts. I knew at some point during the approach it stops letting you enter constraints. But after that, we've actually got a correct one there at Sarah. We do want to be at 4,900 feet, so that's alright. And then we're pretty much just following the flight plan straight down to intercept the ILS, and fingers crossed. A simple enough approach. Right, so now you can actually see a little bit clearer where the flight plan's gone completely messed up. We can't do anything about it in Flight Sim 2020, not yet. So once we get to Zulu Mike Romeo, we're going to just go direct to Domingo up here, and everything then should play out as we expect it to. He says, hopefully. So let's go and get the latest weathers for our arrival airport at Bilbao and print those off. Get them into the performance page. Of course, if you spot anything that you disagree with, please don't sit there quietly. Please do chime up and let us know. If this is your first time on the channel, you won't know HD. HD is another EasyJet pilot, and he's like a god here. Although he's not available, he's not been available for the last couple of days. But he's basically got everyone in our little community flying as well as we can, using the real world procedures, which is why the channel was initially set up. And if you're wondering why I chose Easyjet, it's just because I happen to have friends who, like your good self, are Easyjet pilots, and instructed me a hell of a lot, which is my little thank you to them. MFS pilot, absolutely right. HD is great, he's a legend. He's also on the Discord as well, and you can tell that he's a frustrated pilot at the minute with no flying time, because the answers that he gives to the questions is like a little novel, which is brilliant. He goes into so much detail about everything. The Rapper, you were going to ask if you could put the altitudes into the flight plan. Yes, you can, but again, the sim is broken in places. Realistically, you should never, ever need to change altitude constraints. They should always be correct, but there you go. That's Flight Sim 2020 for you. Okay, so here is the meta. We're going to print that out, and then we'll get that in a moment. MFS, yeah, HD is on the Discord channel. Alright. So, before the McDo starts shouting at us to enter the arrival information, let's get it done. In fact, how far are we away from... Oh no, we've got time. We've got 43 miles before I have to make that direct. Yo, oh no, we prefer you to go hard on us. Believe me, I need to... Guys, I need to show Ayo the livery that we're flying, don't I? HD's got a ruler, and he's not afraid to use it when we get something wrong. So, definitely don't sit there quietly. Speak up. Alright, QNH 1006. Temperature is plus 12. Winds variable, so they are variable. With that, in fact, did I see? Can the flypad be trusted? No, probably not yet. So we will just put 300 at 2, just because they are very light, very variable, and a transition altitude of 6,000 feet. Minimum descent altitude is 438. Shouldn't have any issues with the weather. Shouldn't, I say that. How many times have we said that? Alright, so that's all looking good. VAP speed of 128. Wonderful. So CR, just to be fair to Ayo, we don't ask any pilot. I mean, he can if he wants to, but he certainly doesn't have to reveal any personal details. Paul, you're hoping the stable version of fly-by-wire A320X has the printer in it. Well, do you know, Paul, just download the dev version. I mean, honestly, there's everything that gets into the dev version is still thoroughly tested, and you've seen me doing tests as well in some of the test flights that we do. So yeah. Oh, Ayo, that's very nice of you to say. Thank you very much. But as I say, if anything is wrong, we'd rather do it right. Anyone for an Earl Grey or Yorkshire tea? You're about to serve. Oh, we've got as tough a descent in. How many miles did I say? About 90 miles from... Oh, no, yeah, you probably got time. You need a good cabin crew, though. English breakfast for digital flight deck. Just checking no air traffic control is online. No, we've got some French air traffic control online, but I don't think that's going to cause us a problem. So I'm 22 miles from the Zulu Mike Romeo. Once we get there, we are going to go direct to the DGO. Hey yo, have I got the wrong MDA in? Let me just double check. ILS Zulu. Oh, sorry, you're answering someone else. That's fine. Okay. So you put it into the decision height. Decision height should only be used for fully automatic landing, should it not? MDA for Cat 1, particularly as we can't do fully automatic landings here in Flight Sim 2020. It doesn't work. I will definitely chat to you about that privately on the Discord channel, mate. If you want to, if you do get in touch, that'd be great. John, is Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 worth buying? It depends what you're after, John. The thing that I get asked this question so many times, but Flight Sim 2020 is future-proof. Absolutely future-proof. There's no other simulator like it out the box. And when you've got teams like Fly-by-Wire just bringing the A320 into the realisms that they want to bring it to, it's almost a no-brainer. The amount of add-ons, free add-ons and mods that you can get is ridiculous. And the standard one's 60 quid, isn't it? £60. I say £60 because I'm based in the UK, of course, but whatever the equivalent is worldwide. So, and although some of the IFR stuff isn't exactly right, the VFR stuff is just phenomenal. There's definitely no other simulator comes close VFR wise. So if you want to take off, if you want a simulator where you can just take off from your local airfield, then take off from your local airfield and go and fly over your house and expect your house to be there. Only this simulator will do that. Right, so we've just hit that waypoint. I'm now going to go direct to Domingo. Insert that. Hopefully that will cycle through an update. There we go. And then, yeah, that's it. Now from Domingo we're going to Seagum. There you go. Right. Okay. I would definitely love to chat with you more about that. So please do hit me up on the Discord. Would love to speak to you more about that. Dark Fury, all the charts will say DA, and I don't think EasyJet use Jeppesen charts. I think they're on Lido charts as well. But basically, when I was chatting with HD, the MDAs are the larger numbers and the DHs are the smaller numbers. So 120 miles from Domingo, is that right? Delta Golf Oscar. I can't be wrong then. But yeah, we're not far off. MFS Pilot, that is the way to start, my friend. The only reason I'm not doing it for real is my eyesight, as many of you know. Sadly failed that when I was a teenager. That was a fun day down at Gatwick going for that medical. So top of descent is about 90 miles from from Seagam, not from Diego, from Seagam. And as you can see, we're probably about 135 miles away from Seagam at the moment. Maybe a little bit more. Dark Fury, so why does the chart show MD on circle to land? Yeah, I mean, I had a big discussion with HD about this and just the differences between the Lido charts and these Jefferson charts. And the Jefferson charts aren't always the easiest to sort of decode. But we were both in agreement when we compared the two that the MDAs were the large numbers that you see here on the Jefferson charts. For those of you that have got a Navigraph subscription, strangely enough, the MFS pilot, my concerns when going for my medical when I was a lot younger was nothing to do with my eyesight. Anyway, it turned out I passed everything else, but it was just the eyesight that failed me. And at the time, I wasn't going for a pilot either. I was in the middle of wanting to be trained to be an air traffic controller. I was about to go off and head to Bournemouth, I think it was back then, where NATS was training everyone. I don't know if they still do it there anymore. But back then, the Class 1 medical was both for air traffic controllers and for pilots. So they had the same medical. They don't anymore. Pilots still obviously have the Class 1, but air traffic controllers are a lot less now. So I might have snuck in if I was doing it now. Harvest Mood, your side sticks finally arrived. Excellent. Ayo, it is the Diego 1 Lima Star, and it is the ILS Zulu runway 30 approach. Just checking no air traffic controls come online. No, it's not. We normally get to this point, don't we? And an air traffic control comes online and says, we want you to fly this approach, which is not what we've got ready, and we haven't got very long to get it all sorted. It's about 125 miles away, 35 miles to top of descent. Paul, you're still using the Xbox controller to fly this. Well, that's got to be easier than using the keyboard like Dark Fury is. Oh, Dark Fury trying to land at Funchal the other night. God, I felt for you, mate. Why did you ever agree to try that flight?
Ladies and gentlemen, flight anchors linked up, so we're starting our descent to our destination. At which point the cabin crew will start preparing the aircraft for our arrival, so if you can make sure the arms are kept there on any baggage. The seatbelt signs will also shortly be going on, so if you do need to use the toilets, please do so now before we pop those on for your safety. Thank you very much for your cooperation, and we'll speak to you again soon.
It's a fair reply, Dark Fury. You need to just find a second-hand joystick off eBay or something like that. Mate, it was stressful, and I got the side stick and the full briefing in front of me, and I was still stressed, so don't worry about that. Joey Z, we're not going to crash the aircraft. We're trying to get our passengers down safely. And Track, good evening. Thanks for joining us. Great to see you here. So, weather and landing information is received, flight management guidance, computer is all checked and prepared. Landing elevation out of Bilbao is 120. Auto brake. We'll go auto brake low for this approach. To be fair, you could probably get away without it, but it's 2,600 meters, so we'll go low, just to be safe. Arrival briefing performed, and we will be putting the terrain on the radar, as we've got all that terrain to fly over before we come in for our approach. Sasha Broom, we're landing on runway 30 today. Oliver, how's Flight Sim 2020? Absolutely wonderful. Oh, we think so anyway. Not long now until that top of the descent. Yeah, Dark Fury, the terrain is on the approach more than it is the actual ILS approach. We've got hardly any winds. Look at that. I don't think I've ever been at 36,000 feet with no winds. And the simulator does do a cracking job at simulating en route winds, so really, really good. Just before we start that top of descent, what was our QNH 1006? Let's get that scribbled down. And we can set the standby. Ready for going down there. So hope you guys have all got a decent weekend planned. So Ayo, I'm from the UK. Sheffield born and bred. Okay, let's get that descent now. Down to 10,000 feet. And again, just because the aircraft isn't working correctly, we have to do a VS descent. Otherwise it will drop us like a stone. Here comes that descent. That's in open descent at the moment. We'll just see how open descent plays it for now, but I want a descent rate of about 1,600 feet per minute. If it's not going to give us that, I'm going to have to go into VS speed. Yo, you could tell by the accent. That's fine. Certainly not offended by that. Yorkshire born and bred. Sasha, how busy is this airport today? In real life or on VATSIM? I have no idea. I think there's only us flying into it on VATSIM. In real life, I think it's had a few flights. It's going to have more flights than any UK airport at the moment, isn't it? Besides the big ones. Okay. Yo, you from France? Fair enough. So are you more accustomed to using the Alpine call sign or the Easyjet call sign? Unless of course you are based in the UK, which I'm guessing it would be an Easyjet most of the time. In which case, I wonder if that explains some of the different SOPs. You would have thought they'd have been the same for both Easyjet Europe and Easyjet UK, but that could be interesting. As I say, yo, I would definitely enjoy chatting with you more once the flight's over. If anyone else wants to get on our Discord as well, I'll just pop that link in there. Great community we've got on there. And of course I'm on there as well, as is Digital Flight Deck and several of the others. And we've got channels on there for people who want help flying the Airbus A320 and help with the Microsoft Flight Simulator in general. Oh, hey, you're in Belfast for a year. That's a great airport to fly in and out of. How many times did you have to divert? Is that Belfast? That's the one with no... has it got no SID or no star? Can't remember one or the other. Or no workable, so you have to sort of like bring that in yourself. Oh, you're now in Orley, now based in Orley. Oh, fair enough. Very windy in Belfast. Particularly at certain times of the year. And Ayo, if you're wondering why I'm descending in Mach speed, it's again a simulator issue. I can't change it to knots below, I think it's flight level 250. You just feel it on the limits. Oh, fair enough. So, you're flying about 38 knots with the gusts. Rather you than me. Oh god, here we go. I knew this had happened. Air traffic controllers online, 13375. Well, I'm going to tell him what it is we're doing then. Madrid, good evening, Easy 34 Alpha Mike, passing flight level 290 for flight level 100 and descending via the Domingo 1 Lima arrival for runway 30 at Bilbao.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike, Madrid, buenas tardes, squawk 4463.
Squawk 4463 for Easy 34 Alpha Mike. Hopefully he's not going to change our approach now, that's the main thing. Scandi 941, no, you're just in time. AD Sparks, another live stream. Dark Fury, should we do Belfast? I'd love to go to Belfast, I think it's a great airport. And get some great weather there as well.
Speedbird 1495, Madrid, squawk 4466.
Squawk 4466, 1495.
And EC 34 Alpha Mike, what's your arrival that you said before?
Easy 34 Alpha Mike is descending via the Domingo 1 Lima arrival for runway 30 at Bilbao.
Roger, expect Domingo 1 Lima for clear Domingo 1 Lima, runway 30, descend flight level 70.
Cleared for the Domingo 1 Lima arrival, descend flight level 70, Easy 34 Alpha Mike. Oh good, he's not changing what we're doing.
Madrid radar, Skyways, 5556, descending through flight level 300 for flight level 100.
Can I do a 24-hour flight? Not without a divorce.
5556, Madrid, squawk 4477.
AD Sparks, thank you very much sir, for your lovely donation.
4477.
Always appreciate it, so thank you for that.
Speedbird 325, hello, descending flight level 100, passing full pay.
0235, Madrid, identified, expect the Vulpe 3 Juliet, runway 31, descend flight level 140.
Oh, the winds have changed. Then expect Vulpe 2 Juliet for the ILS switch Zulu or Yankee for 3-1.
Alright, ILS Zulu.
The winds have changed.
Roger, ILS Zulu for Vulpe 3 Kilo arrival, Speedbird 325.
Speedbird 4 SP 1495, identifies Pet Domingo 1 Lima, runway 30, descend flight level 100.
Okay, so he's not changed our arrival. That's the main thing. Main thing for us, anyway.
Domingo 1 Lima, arrival for runway 30, descend flight level 100.
Such room? No, not on Instagram. Just here.
Radar, muy buenas tardes. Area 147 with you. We're at flight level 390. We're 30 miles from top descent.
Everest 147.
MFS, no, I didn't bother with the dome pilot today. Dome pilot? The dome light today. Didn't need it. I've got the office light on, however that will be being turned off very soon.
140, we're on the Vulpa 3 Juliet for runway 31, Area 147, thank you.
Madrid, good evening, Area 159 with you, flight level 230, inbound cruiser 165 nautical miles north.
Area 159 Madrid, identified, maintain flight level 230.
So we turn those first officer displays off, save our frame rates.
Skyway 5556 identifies Pet Domingo 1 Lima, runway 30, descend flight level 100.
Flight level 100 cleared for the Domingo 1 Lima.
Scanning 941, hope things are okay. So that's good news.
Speedbird 464 with you at flight level 360 for the...
Squares, have I used the flight plan this flight? No, it's turned on. It's turned on.
Speedbird 464 Madrid, squawk 4414.
But no, not use that.
4414, Speedbird 464.
Oh, look at that. The winds have got a direction. A very slight tailwind, 0803.
Everest 147.
We can deal with a tailwind of 3 knots, that's fine.
Down to 140, thanks very much, Area 147.
Dark Fury, you sure ATC is waiting for us? They may well be. It's happened a couple of times this now, isn't it? Just keep an eye on our speed. I don't mind descending close to 270 knots, but any faster we'll get some speed brakes out. Lazarus, you don't know what fly-by-wire have done, but you've gained up to 30 frames per second. Oh, well done.
Santa, good evening, Ryanair 53, Quebec November with you, flight level 370, request descent.
Ryanair 53, Quebec November, Madrid, buenas noches, identify, you're clear, the Hinojosa 4 Echo, runway 270 in Sevilla, descend flight level 120.
Roger, we cleared the Hinojosa 4 Echo arrival runway 27, descend.
Yeah, so we're in VS just because open descent or managed mode do not yet work in the simulator. So we have to be in VS mode, unfortunately, at the moment. If you go in open descent, the aircraft will just descend at about 6,000 feet per minute. Same with managed mode, unfortunately.
Clear Vulpe 3 Julia, runway 31, call for descent.
Copy that, clear for the Vulpe 3 Juliet, runway 31 on call for descent, Every 142.
Madrid, very good, evening to you, Every 150, 370, continuing.
Everex 150 Madrid, identify, clear Vulpe 3 Julia, runway 31, call for descent.
Runway 3 Juliet, runway 31, and we'll call descent, Every 150, cheers.
Every 156 is with you, so level 35,000.
One at a time.
he's getting everyone talking to him.
Speedbird 464, descend flight level 100.
Flight level 100, Speedbird 464.
Speedbird 464,
Paul, we know we get the landing lights on by about 10,000 feet.
Domingo 1 Lima, 30 left, double about Speedbird 464.
Ever 156 with you, level at 35,000.
Level 220 descending, flight level 110 via the Nantes 2 Alpha.
Speedbird 9271, Madrid, stand by. So 927, your radar contact. Sped Montu 2 Alpha, runway 18 right, descend to 12,000 feet, Madrid
So even though it's cleared us down to flight level
Send
070,
1004
we still need to be
speed
above
927.
10,000 feet at
Air
Seagam.
156 with you,
Oh my god,
35,000
that
for the
pilot's
fourth
loud.
call.
Area 156, Madrid, identified.
Yeah, so just that again in case you missed it. So we're cleared down to flight level 070, but we still want to be flight level 100 or above at Seagam. So still
Area 156,
restrict,
you are clear, Vulpe,
still looking after those constraints.
When ready, the same flight level 140.
Clear to Volpet, clear for runway 31, area 156.
Madrid, center, buenas tardes, Italia 8009, descending.
Ooh, there's lots of traffic wanting to talk at once this evening.
Sorry, sir. Break, being cut off. I can't hear you, sir.
No, that was for
Italia
Everett.
8009.
Everest,
Oh dear.
149er, do you copy on voice?
Hey, firm. Area 149.
Richard, in the approach page, when it gives you the VAP speed, landing speed, can you reduce the speed even lower than that?
149er, you are identified.
I think you don't know that if you've got sort of a
Roger that.
tailwind.
3 Juliet for 3-1. We'll call when ready for descent. Area 149.
So if you've got a bit of a tailwind there, you could perhaps lower it. Just the same as if you've got a headwind, you could increase it.
8009er, direct Ramon, descending 140.
Italia 009, Madrid.
Paul, where are you? Are you talking? Is it raining where you are in real life or in the simulator?
120, Italia 009.
Okay, so standby set on the ISIS. ECAM status checked. We've got anti-ice on. Engine mode selector norm. We've got the cabin crew preparing the cabin for landing.
Lima Tango, buenas tardes, Pedro. Buenas noches. Está autorizado para Porto, salida instrumental Bardi 2 Sierra por la 14 derecha, responda 4410.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the seatbelt sign. Please fasten your seatbelts as soon as possible. Thank you.
Scanning 941, we're just coming into Bilbao, North Spain.
Speedbird 464, you're going to be very high for the approach. Turn right, heading 090 vectors for descent.
Turning right, heading 090 vectors for descent, Speedbird 464.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike, descent to 5,000 feet, QNH 1005.
Descend altitude 5,000, 1005 on the QNH, easy 34 Alpha Mike.
Speedbird 14905, reduce speed to 10 knots.
Okay, 1005 on our QNH.
Zephyr Speedbird 9271.
No, it's for Speedbird 1495, reduce speed to 10 knots.
Could you reduce speed to 210 knots, Speedbird 1495?
And that's just updated in the approach as well. Oh, Scanny view, we're looking at Barcelona. No, we're nowhere near Barcelona.
Everest 156, descent flight level 140.
Down to 140 for Everett 156.
Okay, approach checklist.
Alitalia 009,
Minimum.
descent to 5, descent to flight level 70.
Engine mode selector norm.
You
And
can
our
expect a visual approach runway
electronic flight bag is all set up as well.
Descend 70 and expect visual 18, Italia 8009.
Let's get those landing lights on. Ooh, look at the clouds. So we're 35 miles away.
Alitalia 8009. You know that airport is on control. It actually is under minimum right now. I don't know. I cannot give you a visual approach. It's up to you. You can continue. I can just drop you out to 5,000 feet and you can shoot try the approach, but that's going to be on your call.
That's bad when the ATC says it's up to you whether you want to do a visual.
Skyway 5556, descent to 5,000 feet, Bilbao QNH 1003.
I know MSFS Malaga is LEMG.
Descent 5,000 feet and 1005, Skyway 5556.
Speed 1495, descent to 5,000 feet, QNH 1005, turn 20 degrees right for separation.
Cabin crew, about 15 minutes to landing, if you prepare the cabin.
Maintain 5,000. Turn right. 220 degrees to maintain.
Yeah, I can hear rain in the sim as well.
Speeder 9271, the altitude was 12,000 feet. You're below minimums there. I'm not sure why you're at 6,000. You need to climb because there's terrain there. Climb to 8,000 feet.
Climbing to 8,000 speedbird 971. Sorry, I thought you gave us 4,000.
Ooh, pull up.
Oh, that was 12,000.
Okay, we'll maintain 8 for now, or we're going up to 8. Speedbird 971.
Speedbird 325, descend 6,000 feet.
Okay.
Malaga QNH.
Yeah, there's a lot of terrain in Spain. You've got to be careful with those.
Malaga QNH 1005, Speedbird 325.
Thankfully, not showing any on our terrain radar at the moment, so that's good. I just flicked that off.
Ever 147, descent to flight level 70.
That doesn't look good.
70, everyone.
Ryanair 53, Quebec, November, descend to, I'll bring it all the way to 3,000 feet, Sevilla, QNH 1002.
Okay, let's activate the approach phase. In fact, we've passed the diesel point, so that's fine. Manage mode on the speed.
Radar Speedbird 325, is there any way that you'd be able to pull your microphone a little bit further away from your mouth? Because we've got a V-pilot right down and we're getting a bit of a headache in the flight deck. If that's if you're able to.
Yep, how's that now?
Much better.
That's absolutely perfect. So thank you.
Alright.
I must admit, that guy was loud.
All good. I like the feedback though.
Oh no, there's no feedback.
Spirit 464, turn left, heading 330 degrees, direct to Sigama.
25 miles away on the approach.
330, direct to Sigam.
And I'm hoping he gives us
Spirit
clearance in a moment.
9271, descend to 7,000 feet, clear ILS approach 18 right.
Down to 7,000, cleared ILS, runway 18 right for Speedbird 971.
EC34 Alpha Mike, descend to 4,500 feet, clear ILS approach 30.
Descend altitude 4,500 and clear the ILS runway 30. Easy, 34 off Mac. Couldn't remember the runway, identify them.
14905, turn left heading at 320 degrees, descend to 5,000, clear ILS approach 30.
Okay, flaps 1.
320 and maintain 5,000 for ILS 30, 1495.
Skyways 55.
We're still 20 miles away actually. Flaps 1 could have been delayed if required.
Cleared for the ILS 30, Skyways 5556.
Skyways 5556, then reduce speed to 180 knots.
Reducing speed 180 knots, Skyways 5556.
This is going to be another one of those where I need to
EC34
vacate.
Alpha Mike, the wind is calm, runway 30, clear land.
Clear to land runway 30, easy 34 Alpha Mac. So we've got the landing clearance, we're still 19 miles away from that. Let me have a look at the Bilbao airport, see where the rapid exit ways are. Okay, so we're going to be landing and taking Charlie 5 to the right once landed. Well spotted, Ayo. Okay, so we're on lock start at the moment, just waiting for that glide slope to become active. Monitoring the flight path, speed brakes are off, landing lights are on, flaps 1. Dexter, mate, was that you that just asked it to turn it down? Good on you. Suddenly the stream's much more bearable, as are my ears. Big thumbs up to you there, mate.
Speedbird 464, descent to 6,000 feet, QNH 1005.
Descending to 6,000, QNH 1005, Speedbird 464.
Oh, yeah, yo, that makes good sense. I'd not thought of doing that, to be fair. So actually, if we can't see it by 438 feet, we should be going around. However, glide slope alive, that's just on the approach phase, on the approach mode. But visibility was good. I think we had a few clouds at 800 feet, was it?
High speed approved, every 147.
Have a quick look.
Street radar, good evening, every 170.
Broken at 800 feet.
630.
So fingers crossed, we should be alright.
Madrid, buenas noches, identify, clear, Pulpe 3 Juliet, runway 31. Maintain for level 230, call for descent.
Cleared on level P3 Juliet, arrival
2.
for runway 31. We'll call you when we're ready for descent for VA170.
Madrid, every 149 is ready for descent.
13 miles out.
149, descent, flight level 140.
Down to 140 for every 149.
Hey, yo, would you do that if you had done fully automatic landing? I'm not at this point.
Approach Zulu.
It won't be fully automatic. Autopilot should be off. I'm hoping about 1,000 feet. I will leave it on until the absolute earliest, the MDA 438. But
repeat for every 156, sir.
I would just be landing this manually and not using the...
ILS Zulu, runway 31, every 156, thank you,
Not doing an auto land. 2 reasons. Autopilot 2 and Autopilot 1 cannot be turned on in the sim just yet, so we're restricted to Cat 3 single. And if you attempt to land on an auto land, currently Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 just slams you into the ground.
4461, going 183, Mike.
Speedbird 9271, winds 180 degrees, 4 knots, runway 18 right, clear land.
18 right, clear to land, Speedbird 927.
Alitalia A009, descend to 5,000 feet. You are clear for the approach. Let me know if you need to deviate somewhere.
Clear for the approach and I'll let you know as of Alitalia A009, thank you.
Air 150, request descent.
Air 150, descent, flight level 140.
So I'm not expecting to really see the ground until about 1,000 feet, which is well within minimums for the Cat 1 approach.
Ryanair 3, Covet November, clear for the Alice Zulu, runway 27.
Good ILS Zulu, approach runway 27, Ryanair 3, 53, Quebec November.
Ever 150, descent, flight level 140.
Speedbird 325, request further descent.
Yeah, fair enough. I really do want to chat to you. I'm wondering if you've got different
4,000 feet.
Different information, different stops to what we've got.
Speedbird 325, thank you.
Definitely a different Ofcom. Okay, 2,600 feet. Radio altimeter is alive. 6.5 miles out. Let's start configuring. Landing gear down. Spoilers. Auto brake armed. Auto brake low.
556, late landing clearance.
Nose wheel. Runway turn off lights. On.
Skyways 556, acknowledged.
Cabin check.
Speedbird 14995, turn left, heading
Flaps full.
260 degrees, clear ILS approach 30.
Turn left, heading 260, ILS 30. 1495.
So still tracking glide slope and localizer fine, 1600 feet above the ground. About 4.5 miles out. I hope this isn't another one of those landings where we should be well within visuals and Microsoft Flight Sim weather just doesn't give us what we expect. Where did we fly into the other night? Oh, it was Hamburg, wasn't it? Yeah. That was interesting. That literally was going to be a go around.
Sierra 325 F-trot cleared for the ILS.
Oh, there we go. I can see some lights on the ground. I'm just waiting for the landing lights to kick in. Okay, landing checklist. Cabin secured, auto thrust.
Speed.
Speed.
325 Madrid.
Go around. Altitude is
Ever
set.
147 Madrid.
Area 147, go ahead.
Econ memo. No green. No blue.
Speed 325 Madrid.
Speedbird 325, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you're clear for the ILS approach Zulu 31.
Clear for the ILS runway 31.
Just chasing that glide slope a little bit. We're getting pretty close to those minimums.
Madrid, every 142 for descent.
Every 142, the same flight level 140.
We're getting very close to those minimums. Come on, lights. Come on, lights. Where are you?
Madrid, Ryanair 53 Quebec, November, fully established ILS 27.
Ryanair 53 November, Quebec. Ryanair 53 Quebec, November. The wind 180 degrees, 8 knots. Runway 27, clear line.
Dead line runway 27, Ryanair 53.
There we go.
November.
Continue. That's not looking wonderful, is it?
Spear 142.
I can see the landing lights. Where are the runway lights?
The localizer. You not take a visual approach.
Go around.
No, sure, you cannot take a visual. This visibility is
positive
the
climb.
clouds are ceiling is down to 8 feet, so you need to catch the localizer. You're very high.
Madrid, good evening. This is every 888.
Okay, we cannot possibly land at that.
310.
That wouldn't have worked.
Spirit 464 descent to 5,000 feet, clear the ILS approach 30.
That 5,000 cleared for the ILS 30, speedbird 464.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike is going missed due to weather at Bilbao.
Skyways 5556. Runway 30, clear land, the wind is calm.
Clear to land in Skyways 5556.
EC34 Alpha Mike, you missed approach because of the weather.
That's correct, we're following the missed approach procedure now, but may have to divert to 34 Alpha Mike.
EC34 Alpha Mike, okay, climb flight level 100, and let me know where you like to divert.
Will do. We'll just stand by, please. 34 Alpha Mike.
Ever 156 descent to 6,000 feet.
Okay, so let's look at our minimum safe altitudes. We need to get higher.
1005.
Ignore the screaming passengers.
Kilo Uniform Romeo Echo Tango.
Let's just work out what it is we're doing. So,
Fly direct Kilo Uniform Echo Tango, and what was that descent to 6,000, Area 156?
the soft go around and
Affirmative,
the
I copy. Thank you, sir.
our go around mode doesn't appear to have worked correctly, which is a shame because that had been trialed and tested.
Hotel Mike, Punto de Espera Lima Alpha.
That had been trialed and tested. So let's get the autopilot on. Disarm those ground spoilers.
Speedbird 9271, taxi Golf 13, stand 526.
Alright guys.
Taxi Golf stand, what's the stand number?
Stand 526.
Stand 526, speed
Well, let's work out what we're going to do. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to continue the stream here just because of the time that we've got. I am going to have to finish soon.
Buenas noches, identify if you expect the bullpen 2 kilo.
Let's see if we can spin us around for one more attempt, shall we?
3-1, call for descent.
Roger that, it's Volpe 3 Juliet.
Can we go back
will call for
to...
descent every 888, thank you.
Where was it we should be going back to? Direct, Sarah, wasn't it?
325, wind 270 degrees, 6 knots, runway 31, clear land.
Take land with 31, speedbird 325, thank you.
Madrid Centre, Everett 147.
Everett 147, go ahead.
Can we request further descent, please?
Yeah, Everett 147, descent to 4,000.
So the aircraft isn't designed to work perfectly well yet, unfortunately, during...
4,000, copy the QNH, thanks very much, Everett 147.
During go-arounds. We don't have the go-around tracks ordered. Easy34 Mark, is it possible to be vectored in for another approach, please?
You want to try another approach?
Yeah, we'll try again this time, configure for the auto land.
No problem. Speedbird 14905, same intentions, you're making circles there.
Speedbird 1495, we're having technical difficulties with the autopilots and difficulties trying to control the aircraft.
Roger. EC34 Alpha Mike, turn right. Heading 120 degrees, vector ILS 30.
Right, heading 120 degrees for ILS vectors for runway 30, Easy34 Alpha Mike.
EC34 Alpha Mike, maintain 6,000 feet.
I will maintain 6,000, Easy34 Alpha Mike.
Cargo radar, yeah, 17 requesting descent.
Ever 17, descent, flight level 140.
Descending to flight over 140.
Oh, the weather wasn't meant to be this bad. Wife's going to kill me for being so late, but hey ho, I'm doing this for you guys. Remember that.
Ryanair 53, Quebec, November, taxi stand 02.
Stand 02.
Okay, so maintain altitude 6,000, not
Skywest
6,000.
556, taxi stand number 4. You made it in via Tango Bravo.
Taxi stand 4 via Tango Bravo, Skyways 5556.
Oh, digital flight deck made it in.
4, Wingcom, runway 30, clear land.
Okay, so we're going to go for a ILS approach.
Madrid Center, we got our own inside.
Let's get her set up for this.
Alright, done at 8009, thank you. Monitor Unicorn 122, decimal A, adios.
128, ciao, thank you very much.
Ever 147, clear ILS Zulu, runway 31.
Cleared ILS Zulu, runway 31. Do you still need us on the high speed at the moment, Ever 147?
Ever 147, speed at your discretion.
Alright, so decision height now, definitely decision height. 50 feet.
Ever 156, descend to 4,000 feet, QNH 1005.
Down to 4,000, QNH 1005.
Ever 149, descend to 6,000.
And we'll get vectors from ILS to help us out with that because the flight plan
Down
doesn't work.
6,000, QNH 1005, Avia 149.
Sasha, if autopilot doesn't work, yeah. That's why you should always brief the missed approach and have the missed approach altitude set. Because once I'd worked out that the go-around had not actually clicked in, the aircraft hadn't clicked into the go-around mode, which it should do. We've tested that before, so I don't know why it didn't. Basically, toga thrust should activate go-around, but it didn't seem to work that time. So we had a bit of trouble with speed. Once we'd sorted that out, we could bung autopilot on, and it will automatically then climb to missed approach altitude.
Speeder 14905, you have control of the aircraft now.
495, we have partial control.
Speeder 14905, in that case, I'm going to bring you back for the approach. Are you ready to come back now?
Speedbird 1495. I don't know how bad it's going to be.
Okay,
Neither
I'll
do
tell
we.
you what, let's wait for Easy to try again. He's already missed approach, so just continue that heading for now, and then you'll be following EasyJet.
No pressure there. Then.
Just be aware, control, I am on the keyboard.
Oh God.
Alright, well, just maintain that present heading for now, and then we'll work with you.
Too bad, 35 from a 3.
Okay, let's have a look at the fuel. We've got we've got 2.8 tons left. We're fine. We're good to go.
Speedbird 325, taxi, stand numbers 44, Golf 9er, and Bravo, stand 44.
Hey, yo, I am going to check that once we can rewind. I thought I had just retracted 1 degree of flaps, which I know is the standard.
Yeah, Ever 156.
But I was then very confused because the aircraft didn't do the enter the go-around phase like I expected it to.
130 degrees, vectors for the approach.
It is definitely something that I'll be reviewing.
Ever 156, if you want it, if you're comfortable, I can just go ahead and let you do a visual approach. I already lined up base for the airport. You have the airfield, you have visual with the field.
So what we're going to try now, guys, is we're going to try, to all intents and purposes, an auto land.
Runway in sight, sir.
Looking at that weather.
Clear visual approach 3-1.
However, it's going to be an auto land with
Clear
autopilot
visual
being
approach
disconnected as late as we possibly can. We have to disconnect the autopilot.
Reduce speed 160 knots and clear ILS Zulu runway 31.
We have to disconnect the autopilot, otherwise it just lowers the nose into the ground. It doesn't. The simulator doesn't automatically flare the aircraft like the real aircraft does, so we have to pop that command in.
EC34 Alpha Mike, turn right, heading 220 degrees.
Right, heading 220 for Easy34 Alpha Mike.
Speedbird 14905, stop your climb, descend to 6,000 feet, turn left, heading
Okay, so let's start rolling that speed back a little bit, shall we? In fact, we could probably...
I've lost total control of the aircraft, no autopilot, and very little control by keyboard. Looks like I'm going to call Mayday and in the sea.
01495, okay, then, if you want to call it an emergency, that's fine, you can call it emergency. Let's squawk 7700 when you get a chance.
Hey yo, that's fine. We don't mind picky. You go for it.
Vega 30 Lima Tango por la derecha, directo Bagdi.
Diretto Bagdi, area 30 Lima Tango.
Okay, so I can see one of the things the simulator still doesn't do is you can be in intense fog and we can't see the landing lights, but we can see an aircraft's strobe lights, God knows how many miles away. Okay, so let's try this approach again. We're 90 miles out. We could probably be looking to descend at the moment. That glide slope's coming back in.
EC34 Alpha Mike, descend to 5,000 feet and turn right, heading 270 degrees, clear ILS approach runway 30.
Right, heading 270 degrees and descend altitude 5,000, cleared for the ILS. We'll try again. Easy 34 Alpha Mike. Oh my.
Madrid
there
radar,
we go.
good evening.
Come
It's
on.
Cargolux 1 Whiskey Delta is at flight level 370 approaching D-log.
Cargolux 1 Whiskey Delta Madrid, buenas noches, identified.
Buenas noches.
Lazarus, TCAS doesn't work if you're on VATSIM, I'm afraid. Alright.
Air 156, the wind 270,
Let's try again, shall we?
Runway 31, clear land.
Clear to land, Ever 156.
Ever 147, continue to approach your number 2.
Let's hope we can get in this time. If I can't get in this time, guys, I'm afraid I am going to have to call it tonight.
Descend to 4,000 feet,
So, apologies then.
Runway 31.
Digital flight deck, what was it like?
4,000 cleared ILS Zulu for 3-1 every air 149.
What was it like?
150, descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1005.
Localizer alive. Localizer
Every
green.
150, QNH 1005, and we'll descend 5,000.
Glide slope alive.
Ever 159, are
Flaps
you ready
1.
for descent?
14 miles out.
Ever 156, following missed approach.
Glide slope
Every
captured.
150, yeah, acknowledged descending 5,000.
Oh, no, that's not for you. It's for your other companies, definitely. Ever 159, are you on frequency?
Alright guys, let's try again. Sarah, if you want to get the centre of gravities very quickly, go to your weights page and just resize the window. There you go. Resize the window. There you are.
Number 2 via Tango.
11 miles, flaps 2.
Taxi gate 2 via Tango Bravo.
Oh, Pete, I wish I'd not said that.
The winds calm, runway 30, clear land.
Cleared land runway 30, easy 34 Alpha Mac.
Speed berth 14905. Stand by before you shoot the approach, sir, because I know you don't have control of the aircraft right now.
Everyone 147 fully established.
I'm going to have to bust the minimums. Right, digital flight deck, technically.
Everyone 147, winds 24037.
I'm going for a Cat 3 single, because I can't do a Cat 3
Clear to
double.
land, runway 31, everyone 147, copy the winds, thank you.
Centre over here 159, request descent, please. Sorry about that. I had a problem with the mic key.
Okay, every 159 is the same flight level 120.
And
Thank you, 120
realistically,
over here 159.
Bilbao doesn't actually allow this approach.
Descending down to 110.
Ayo, I can't do AP1 and 2, the simulator doesn't allow it. It's 1 or 2 at the moment, which is why we're still in Cat 3 single. And yeah, Bilbao doesn't allow an auto land. It's just a normal ILS landing. So this would be a big no-no in the real world, so we're trying again.
Speedbird 14905, radar contact lost.
Oh, nobody wants to hear that over the radio, even in the simulator.
Actually, Madrid, muy buenas noches, Iberia 3118, stand 346 at Barajas, requesting clearance.
Danny Rubal, well, you've missed the first attempt at landing.
3118, Madrid, buenas noches. You are clear to the Lisboa airport as file. Departure Cáceres 1 Sierra.
Still not quite in that detent.
Right, squawk
there we go.
4417.
Okay, landing gear down.
Clear to Lisboa, Cáceres 1 Sierra, departure runway 14
3,
4417,
spoilers
IBD
armed.
3118.
Secure that cabin again.
QNH Madrid 1002.
Do you know what?
QNH
Turning those off.
1002 and we request percent start stand 346, Iberia 3118.
Push tag is approved.
Push approved 3118, gracias.
See if we can see a little bit more, shall we?
147 information only,
Flaps
wind shear
full.
reported 0.7 DME, runway 31.
Everyone 147, thanks for the pirate.
Okay, cabin secured for landing, auto thrust. Speed, go around altitude. 6,000 feet,
Ryanair
set.
4371.
Econ memo landing, no blue.
Madrid, clear to the Manchester Airport file. Departure Hinojosa 4 Golf, runway 27, squawk 4475.
Nope, still can't see anything at the moment.
Golf departure runway 27, squawk 4475.
Can someone go on the internet and tell me what the actual weather here is at Bilbao? As soon as we get down, I'm afraid I am going to have to end the stream. As this is sadly going on a little bit longer than I budgeted for.
Make the right turn, Echo 5, taxi, Echo 5, Alpha.
Dark Fury, Mayday, Mayday.
And then Stan will be
So here's the brief, guys. We basically let the aircraft hopefully not nosedive into the runway.
Echo 5, and then it's Echo Golf.
Again,
I have to. Stand for us again, please, everyone.
I have to say
Golf
once
10,
again,
stand one,
this approach
10, stand 50.
is not actually allowed here.
Golf 10, stand 50. Thanks very much, everyone. 147.
So we're doing this purely for the sim. We're doing this for the fans,
Thanks,
right? I can see the ground. Look, can you see that? The ground's there. The cloud base, I'm sure, was meant to be about 800. Oh, it's now 1,000, so we should be coming out of it.
¿Me puede repetir el indicativo otra vez?
Should be coming out of it.
Contra 17 Romeo Romeo, buenas tardes.
Come on, let's get it in. Let's get it in.
476.
Minimum descent height is actually 438. What are we at now? So it's about 100 feet to go, but we are going to bust these minimums. Alright, so we're already below. This is looking slightly better. There's the lights. Clouds just in the way.
Madrid radar, easy 56 Q.
Easy 56 kilo, go ahead. Madrid.
Easy 56 kilos.
It's a hard landing, but we are down.
To Old Grove.
Easy 56 kilo, stand by for your clearance. Air 142 descent to 6,000 feet, QNH 1005.
Down to 6,000 and QNH 1005, every air 142.
Air 150, descent to 4,000 feet, you clear for ILS Zulu 31.
Cleared ILS Zulu 31.
And we do have a taxiway right at the end, so this will do.
The local time is 23:20.
Air 159, descent to 6,000 feet, QNH 1005.
A descent 6,000 feet to every air 159.
There it is.
You might want to put it on before exiting the aircraft. Please remain seated until the aircraft arrives at the gate. You are reminded to keep all electronic devices switched off until you have entered the airport.
Easy 56 kilo, clear to Algeria.
Oh, what weather.
Destination. That's 5
What weather.
3 Alpha departure. Runway 30, squawk 4451.
Oh, I much prefer the straightforward approaches. Let's get off the runway. And then, guys, I am going to have to quickly exit the stream, I'm afraid. So, thank you very, very much, guys, for watching. Really appreciate your support and, of course, sticking around for the go-around. And the second attempt.
56 kilo, read back correct.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike runway vacated at Bilbao. We're going to have to sign off there after that. So, thank you very much for your help.
Blocked.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike stand number 2 via Tango and Bravo.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike, thanks for all your help. We're actually going to sign off now, but runway is vacated. Thank you again for your help. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to leave that there. This is been a bit later than expected. Thanks very much, guys, for sticking with me. Please do hit the like button for the stream. Ayo, thanks for your guidance. Always appreciate it. As I say, please do hit me up on our Discord channel. And to everyone, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on the notifications for notifications of more live streams, hopefully with a little bit better weather, and tutorials that are obviously coming out in due course in that new series. Please hit the like button before you go as well, and a big thank you to all the donators to the stream, contributors, those who pay via super chats and super stickers, and of course via the PayPal link. Thanks very much, guys. I will see you for another live stream next time around. Goodbye, good night, have a great weekend.